Hi bolovies, welcome to Community Living with your girl Malebo. If you're new to the channel, please remember to subscribe, and if you're stopping back by and just continuously supporting the channel, you know the jingle by now, so sing along with me. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. So thank you. So today we're talking about making money online. We are definitely not focusing on surveys, but we sort of get a clue that we can make money from surveys. So I don't think anyone doubts the fact that we can make money from surveys anymore. So that is basically mission accomplished from Team Community Living, and we really hope that you are enjoying making money from surveys. If you have started, if you haven't started, you can maybe just look into it and see if it's something that is worth your time, effort, energy, and resources. So yes, so let's get to today's episode. In today's episode, we're gonna be covering making money online using what I call mission sites or mission platforms, right? So what actually would for me classify a platform as a mission site or mission platform is that you are doing things that are not necessarily like a job. It's stuff that you might be doing on a regular basis, and you're asked to maybe collect data. It might be that you become like something like of an auditor or something called a mystery shopper and so forth. So those are the type of platforms that I am going to be speaking about and how they work, and some of the platforms that I found a bit more about, and if they've worked for me and so forth. So I think so we're gonna go into like the very first platform that I've used. It's called Field Agent. And basically Field Agent, so far what I've seen is that they mostly post missions or tasks that are related to being a mystery shopper. So you'd ask yourself, what is a mystery shopper? A mystery shopper just means that you go to a store that you're assigned, and then you complete a sort of task, and you get paid for those set tasks, right? So they just give you like a location to say, okay, for example, go to an Dscout that's in Beacon Bay, and then you maybe go to that Dscout. When you get there, you'll see in the app if you're in the correct Dscout, and then you start becoming a mystery shopper. Maybe they'll be like, okay, we know maybe there should be makeup in the store, buy a makeup product that's like this and that and that, and then maybe take pictures, take receipts, and what. So that is basically how the mystery shopper Field Agent thing works. So far I have a potential of I've made $200 that I'm sure that I've been paid for and so forth. But today I did have like 3 other tasks. 2 I am sort of sure of, and then the other one is a question mark, because when I got to the store was closed, but it shouldn't have been closed. So it's like I've done my part by going to the store in the operating hours, but it's not opened. So I'll see how that goes. If there's a follow-up video, or maybe on TikTok or wherever, I will definitely give you guys feedback as to whether or not they paid me for using my time, my resources, and going to that store and finding out that it's closed. So that's it with regards to Field Agent. The link to my referral code and you being able to use the platform is in the description box. So with Field Agent, so far I've only seen an app. So you are employed to download an app and do all these things on the app. So that's where you'll see the task as to what you're supposed to be doing and all those things. The second one that I'm going to talk about is M4Jam, right? So M4Jam, I think I found out about it from the time that there was this Harambe and Yes program. So it's like government initiatives just to try and curb the unemployment rate, or just to try and assist unemployed youth to find like, you know, something to do with their time and some form of an income. So M4Gem has, you know, tasks and activities that are similar to what I've explained with Field Agent, but I'm not going to go too much into M4Gem. But what I can say is that it's a legit site. The reason why I'm not covering it in depth is that I've only done one activity that I've been paid for, but I haven't even reached the minimum cash out amount to be able to cash out the funds. So I've done this other post where you were supposed to share a post on Facebook and like it, and that was the task, and you got paid $15. So the other tasks that are available, you have to pass training that they have on the platform. So I think there's something that I'm doing wrong in my training, so I'm continuously failing those trainings. But once I pass those trainings, they should be able to unlock basically the activities or the paid activities that I can be able to find that are related to my location, and are also related to some of the companies that are associated with M4Gem that are looking for like auditors and maybe people that are helping them collect data and so forth. So that's it with regards to M4Gem. Then the other ones are American based, but if you're lucky, you're lucky. If maybe you meet the criteria, you'll meet the criteria and get one. So it's called Dscout. So Dscout basically has different missions that you can be doing. I'll just attach quite a number of screenshots. So they have a lot of screeners where they just check if you're like the right candidate to conduct maybe whatever research that they're conducting, or help them collect the data that they want to collect, or whatever the case might be, right? So it'll vary per mission. It's not like they have the standard mission and stuff like that. For example, I've done screenings for maybe like 5 or so of them, and then for some of them, I think the last one was related to my religion. So they were asking me what is my religion, and how often do I pray, am I like a religious leader, and so forth. So obviously, if I was like, you know, meeting the criteria and they're like, okay, yeah, this person is who we're looking for, then they'll give me further activities, and then they pay really well. You find out that some of these missions go as high as maybe $100 or $200, but obviously the screening will determine whether or not you get it. So I've never received the ones that I've been screened for. I've always been screened out. So it's not necessarily that they're being unfair, because they didn't necessarily ask me about my nationality or my race or anything of that sort. It's just been things that I did not I wasn't a suitable candidate for. Because I remember with one of them, I'll just attach a screenshot. It was regarding, you know, these smart speakers or smart, you know, like equipment or items and stuff like that. And unfortunately, I don't have any of those things. So why would they have someone like me who's not going to be able to help them gather the data that they want? So that is it with regard to Dscout. It's also an app. So far I've just been discussing apps. I use them as apps. And then the fourth one is Usertesting. I applied to Usertesting, I think, when I started with the surveys and stuff, and unfortunately I have not received even a single successful mission, right, or task. So Usertesting is basically a platform where you help the app developers and anyone that's like in the tech space sort of improve their stuff. Well, as a Usertesting participant, I'm not allowed to take any screenshots, so I can't even like show you guys some of these tests and stuff like that, or screeners that are available. And so far what I've seen is that they pay on average plus minus $10 for a successful mission or a successful task if you're a suitable candidate, right? Then that is the fourth one. The fourth one is also an app. Actually, this fourth one, uses multiple devices, also uses multiple operating systems, because as I've mentioned, it's an app. It's about testing different types of things. You get what I mean? So it could be that if you have a Mac device, they'll ask you, okay, this test can only be for Mac devices, this test can only be for Apple phones, this test can only be for Android phones, this test can only be for whatever. Because let's just say I have an app and my app is only compatible with Android phones. I'll need like Android users to take that type of testing and help me improve my site and so forth. So you have to take a test to be a suitable candidate for a user testing. But the test for me, I found it easy, but I think it's because I speak a lot. So they want you to basically speak about your experience. Like I speak out loud, right? So when I'm experiencing something, I'll be like, okay, oh, this car is not like, I don't feel like it's moving well and stuff like that. So they want you to like basically do that when you're reviewing a product for them. That's mostly what you do on user testing, like reviewing stuff, reviewing platforms, reviewing. So I think you guys get the gist of it. And then the fifth one is responded.io. So I've tried using this one. I've applied. I don't even know any of my things have went through because I haven't even been going to the site. The reason being is that they want your work email, like literally your work email. They don't want to use a Gmail account because some of the stuff are related to your the industry that you're in, and they want to verify that you are who you say you are, right? And unfortunately, the only way to verify that is with your work email. And so that is the unfortunate part. They pay really okay. Not some people say they've been paid, so there's been testimony of being paid. There isn't anything bad that's been said about responded.io. But yeah, so just look into it, see if maybe you're someone whose work email can maybe be something that they are able to supply. For example, if like you're an influencer or something, or if you got your own website that has an email address, then maybe you can use that email to be able to get these jobs and stuff like that, because at some point they just don't allow you to do any screening or apply for any of the tasks if you don't have a work email. But yeah, that's just my 2 cents. So those are some of the apps and platforms. As I've mentioned, Field Agent has been the only one that I've been able to use, but that doesn't mean that is going to be your reality and so forth. It could be that you choose maybe responded.io and you just get tasks left, right and center, and you start earning those $100 that they're advertising and stuff like that. Because what we're trying to do on this channel is determine if sites are legit, and the ones that I've mentioned so far, they look legit to an extent. As I mentioned, some of them are a bit shady, some of them are a bit weird, but they seem legit to an extent, so yeah, that is basically it, guys. I really hope you're going to look into all these platforms for yourself and see how much money you can make, and see the resources that you need and so forth, and how you can use it in your making money online journey. So thank you very much. Love you and God bless you.